Well, hello everybody. I know it's late, but I'm getting a video in, so that counts. um, I didn't do a video last weekend on Sunday. Things have been unbelievably busy. So, I don't think I talked about it before, but um, I had a moving company who basically has been holding all my stuff uh, hostage. This moving company is terrible, and I won't go into all of it, but it's been months, and they finally showed up. Um, so my apartment is just wall to wall stuff. Um, but a lot of my stuff is broken. A lot of it is ruined. I'm really ticked off. Um, I will be doing some kind of review on them, but I'm gonna watch what I say right now because this, if they don't refund um, at least a large portion and take care of their end of things, and it's going to get legal. So, but yeah, I've been dealing with that this week. And then, um, I don't know if I told you guys, but I actually got two jobs. Um, but the one that I'm taking, it starts tomorrow, and I'm really excited about it. It's oh, there's people outside. Chip is gonna go nuts. Um, it's working in education again, kind of. Um, but I'll be doing something completely different for now. But there is an opportunity. Come here, buddy. Come here. It's okay. There's an opportunity for me to move up very quickly in the company to an instructor, and it's at the college level. So the reason I didn't go back into special education is because my back is so bad after getting hurt. So I can't do it. Like I could do it virtually if I could find a position, but what I really want to do at this stage of my life is to go back to school, get my counseling degree or a degree in psychology, my master's, and start helping survivors of narcissistic abuse in that capacity and do more writing. And then I'd love to teach at a college level. I've always wanted to do that. Um, and I'm getting older and I'm already hurt. So it's just the next stage. So though starting at a lower level position, my foot's in the door. And the interview that I had, I think it was on the 7th, it went so well. It went so well. And they had asked me, what my plans were. And I told them, and they're like, after 3 years, we pay for 80% of your college tuition for your master's. And I'm like, oh my God, like that's amazing, right? So, I'm stoked. I'm really excited, but because it's a new job, of course, I'm like freaking out. I got to be there at 8 o'clock in the morning, and it's not far, but it's not close. So my sleep schedule's been kind of all over the place. I'm gonna talk about that in a minute, but I'm like, I'm just gonna get ready tonight. Like, I did my hair, I did my makeup. I know I'll have to touch it up in the morning probably, but just in case I sleep through my alarms or whatever, I got to be there at 8 o'clock. It's 8 to 5, 4-week training. And then it'll be, I think, 9 to 6 for 3 days a week, and then 12 to 9, 2 days a week, and then one Saturday a month. It's like a half day from like 12 to 3 or something like that. It is in the part of the city, the towns that get extreme snow out here. So I'm very concerned about the winters, especially I've got a smaller car. I'm gonna have to get snow tires. That's the scariest part of this. But my new boss did say that they, during the winter months, they watch the weather like a hawk, and if it looks like it's gonna storm at all, they just have us bring our laptops home, and then we work from home. So, because we get really bad snow and blizzards and scary out here. So yeah, I've got a lot going on. Excited about tomorrow. I just I know I'm gonna have a hard time sleeping. I always do anytime I've got, something big or a new job or whatever it may be, like starting school or whatever. Um, the night before, I always have a really hard time sleeping. So I don't know what time I'll fall asleep. So I was like, I'll just be ready. So I've been thinking this week a lot about the past 3 years, and especially the early days of healing and what I went through, because I basically went from trying my entire life to understanding what type of abuse I went through, to eyes wide open to everything all at once. And I liken it to the Matrix. Like, it literally feels like you've been living in this fog of not understanding what the hell happened, but knowing something was very, very wrong. And then it's just like when Neo swallows the pill and his eyes are open. It's just like that. But it messes with you so badly psychologically. Like, your whole world changes. And I think about my first book, and I wrote it in 39 days, and I wrote it from, basically the night of breakthrough, or the next day, and just how in a fog I was, like, trying so hard to understand, and all this information is coming at you, from everywhere, and for me, I just wanted the info, like, just give me more. What helped me understand this, like, what happened, what is happening to me now in that moment, or the months following breakthrough. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, man, I can't believe I got through that. Like, because it feels like in the moment that's your new reality for all time. For me, it did anyway. Like, my eyes are open. Everything's different. It's always going to be different. And am I always going to feel things this intensely? And it took a couple years before, now it's 3 years before I got to the point where I'm like, okay, now that I'm away from the family of origin, with the majority, I believe, have narcissistic personality disorder, and then you get some dark tetrad mixed in there too. To finally be away and not have to hear from them, like, not have to worry about any of it. There's this new level of healing that I'm not used to, and I don't know how to trust it, because there's this newfound peace. Like, it's just, I'm safe, but am I? Like, because when you live 42 years, your entire life, one way, and then things change, and I'm 45 now. Those 42 years, I'd known moments of the feeling of safe, but um, never fully feeling safe, like for any extended periods of time. It showed up like 3 times in my life, and I was like, what is this feeling? Like, the word safe came into my mind. I'm like, my God, like, I never feel safe. I never ever feel safe. Now it's starting, I don't know if it's safe, but there's peace. There's just calm and peace. And a lot of that has to do with my chosen family. And I think it's imperative that survivors find their chosen family. Like those people that have been through it or are extremely empathic and can understand it. Those are your people. And being there for them and them being there for you, like when I was moving out here, I think my son was concerned because he's like, you've never met these people in person, you just know them from the internet. And I'm like, I know them and they know me better than, anybody. Like I trust them. Even though we hadn't met in person, I trusted them enough to move across the country just so I can be with them, because I trust them that much. And there was never a moment of concern for me. Like that's how much I fully can and know that I can trust these people. And I feel so lucky and so fortunate to find that, because if you haven't found that yet and you're a survivor, know that that's the next step. Like get into, definitely if you can get into trauma therapy, but also support groups. Be careful because there's some out there that are not safe places to heal. And just because they're big doesn't mean that they're safe. So be careful. Take your time. Really, if something doesn't feel right, trust your gut. But you'll start to know when you find your people, because they get you and you get them. And I felt so guilty because when I was first writing the book, I thought I was alone. I didn't think there were other survivors. I thought the family of origin that I came from was its own special kind of sick, and that no one else out there could understand it. I had no idea there were so many people and survivors. And when I found them, it was bittersweet, because I'm like, my God, they went through it too. And there's this one part where I felt this intense connection to them because I understood. And then there's this one part that just felt total devastation for them because I understood. And I still wrestle with that. I still wrestle with that. So, chosen family, so important. Getting away, if you can, is so important, or at least working toward getting away. Because, I couldn't, for 2.5 years to almost 3 years, I couldn't get away. But I worked towards it. And it's still strange. It's still, and there's still that sadness. There's still that, I wish that they weren't sick, in my opinion. I wish that they weren't toxic, but, wishing's not going to make it any different. So, yeah, I'm finding peace, starting a new job. I've got my stuff. A lot of it's broken, but I've got it now, and I'll deal with the moving company. Hopefully not legally. I don't want to go to court, but I will if I have to. So yeah, that's what's going on with me. How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments. I love reading your guys' comments. I love hearing from you guys. I feel connected to you guys, and that means a lot to me. So let me know how you're doing. I hope everybody's doing well. I will see you soon. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.